Hey there guys, what's going on and welcome back to our channel. There are very few things that are as fantastic as traveling to beautiful islands with sandy beaches, rolling hills, and sparkling waters. Now imagine if you could own a piece of that paradise and visit as per your convenience and desire. For the rich and famous celebrities of the world, this dreamlike scenario is a reality. Private islands sell in millions and sometimes in billions of dollars, but for the rich, the privacy and peace are worth the money. So here's a list of the 5 secret celebrity private islands. Number 5, Mel Gibson. In 2005, Mel Gibson purchased one of the world's largest private islands for $15 million. It's crazy to imagine someone filled with so much cash, but for Mel Gibson, who has an estimated net worth of $425 million, the island's price tag is basically pocket change for him. Gibson rose to fame as an action hero in the 1980s after starring in widely popular films such as Lethal Weapon and Mad Max. Prior to that, he worked in Australia, getting several minor roles in low-budget films and mainly working in theater. After landing in a few American film roles, Gibson managed to truly embed himself into Hollywood stardom. During the 90s, he started directing and even winning the Oscar for Best Director for Braveheart. However, even the best can be knocked off their pedestal. After some controversial statements in the early 2000s, Gibson was blacklisted in Hollywood, and it wasn't until his return to directing in 2016 with Hacksaw Ridge that many welcomed Gibson back in the world of camera. In the midst of this roller coaster of a career, Gibson found a safe haven in Mago Island, Fiji. The 5,400-acre island has quite a bit of history itself. It served as a place for cotton and sugar plantations in its not-so-distant history. Many native descendants have protested Gibson's purchase of the island, but it is clear that those protests have fallen on deaf ears. The island itself is lush, with stunning forests and mountain peaks that lead to the clear blue water below. There are about 60 other individuals other than Gibson that live on the island for its maintenance and upkeep. Gibson himself resides in an original colonial house on the island. The single-story house has a pool and large windows for the best views ever. Number 4, Leonardo DiCaprio. In 2005, Leonardo DiCaprio purchased a private island off the coast of Belize for $1.75 million. But how exactly did this actor reach the level of stardom and financial success to be able to afford one? Leo entered acting as an actor for commercials and guest appearances in shows like Roseanne and Growing Pains. It wasn't until he landed a role in Titanic at the age of 23 that his career immediately boosted. The movie went on to become the highest-grossing film the world had ever seen at the time, and Leo became a household name and an international heartthrob. From this point onwards, he landed roles with some of the best directors and scripts in the industry. This includes people such as James Cameron and Quentin Tarantino. He is also an environmentalist with an NGO of his own. He raised $70 million to help the environment and improve it. Leo bought this island because the region it's situated in has suffered from overfishing and deforestation. He tends to build an eco-resort focused on sustainability and environmental restoration set. The whole resort will be entirely solar-powered with 36 bungalows and villas. Besides being a resort, the island will also have a research center.
You must have known Leonardo DiCaprio in various roles, but are you aware of his new avatar as an environmentalist?
Number 3, Johnny Depp. From teen idol to Oscar nominee, Johnny Depp is another household name that went on ahead to buy his own private island in the Bahamas for $3.6 million. Depp got his start in Hollywood as a teen heartthrob in the television series 21 Jump Street. In 1990, he starred in Tim Burton's film Edward Scissorhands, which began a beautiful friendship and a lifelong collaboration that would change the trajectory of his entire career. From there, Depp landed more quirky roles and made conscious decisions to only play characters he felt connected to. One of these roles was Captain Jack Sparrow, and we know exactly what that movie turned out to be like. While filming on the location in the Bahamas, he stumbled on an island that he later decided to purchase. Since 2004, he has really made efforts to make the island his personal paradise. The 45-acre island had white sand beaches and is coated with vegetation across.
Hey guys, this is one of Johnny Depp's beaches here.
Number 2. Nicolas Cage. Besides stealing the Declaration of Independence, Nicolas Cage has a few other hobbies. One of these is buying as many properties as he can. Among all these is an island in the Bahamas that cost approximately $3 million when it was purchased in 2004. With Cage's net worth, purchasing the island was barely a dent in his account, but all this took him a while to amass such a fortune. In his 37-year career, Cage has over 100 films under his belt. The beginning of his career was marked with dozens of supporting roles spanning several different genres, but it wasn't until Raising Arizona that Cage got his first big starring role. From there, he gained some notoriety for his passionate acting and managed to land several other starring roles and adaptations. His rise to fame and consistent roles put him in the sweet position to buy any property that his heart desires. When he saw an incredible island in the Exuma Island chain in the Bahamas, he couldn't hold himself back and had to buy it. The island spans 45 acres with an entire coastline of beaches on the northeast side, about 85 miles away from the south. Number 1. Lenny Kravitz. Lenny Kravitz's private island brings us just a few miles away in the Bahamas in the Eleuthera archipelago. Lenny had a special connection that drew him to the island. Born to a mother who was native to the Bahamas, Kravitz visited the country every summer as a kid, hence has loved it his whole life. He played drums from pots and pans from as early as 3 years of age. His mother encouraged him to do it, and so he did. We are thankful for it because he grew to be one of the most prolific musicians of all time. Starting from nothing to going on tours with Tom Petty, Bob Dylan, and Madonna, he has made a big name for himself. He has produced several award-winning albums for Madonna, Vanessa, and Mick Jagger. After working with such a huge span of incredible artists and selling several bestsellers of his own, Kravitz has amassed a net worth of $50 million. With this much money, he had to go all out. He bought an island in his mother's home country. One would think the island has resorts and lavish mansions to live in, but the truth is the opposite. When he visits, he is said to sleep in a trailer and leave all his material possessions behind. The one thing he has on the island, however, is miles of beautiful sand beaches and a recording studio where he can bring his ideas to existence. But of course, the best of ideas will come in a place as serene as the Bahamas.
You come here to slow down, to have time slow down.
So this wraps up our video, which we hope you guys found insightful. Do give us your thoughts in the comments section below, and before we get out of here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And with that, I'll be seeing you guys later in another video. Bye now!